What's going on YouTube? Here at Gary's garage with the boys. Working on my car again, shocker. But, well, the bike is being figured out. I also have an oil leak on a BMW, which is also a shocker. So today, we're gonna be pulling an ass load of stuff out of this car and getting a new turbo oil feed line on. And then we're gonna replace it and put it back together and pray that it all works and never leaks again. Which means I'm putting RTV on it. So stay tuned, we're gonna get going. Trey, what else we got?
Everything's coming off.
Subframe, steering rack, intercooler, water pump, my mind. Ah!
I'm in a fist fight with a bug. Where'd it go?
Quick jacks under the car so we can actually lift the car up and take the wheel off, because there's a very good chance we're going to be pulling my front right axle, which we had to do last time in order to get access to the turbos and actually pull everything out. Also, forgot underneath here, I will drop this transfer case bracket and replace the motor that's underneath. It's been the rattling noise I've been looking for the past year and a half. That's oil. That's oil.
So here Andrew and I are trying to lower down the transfer case bracket. We couldn't figure out why it wasn't coming down until we noticed that there is a lag bolt that goes directly through the bracket and into a bushing on the transfer case itself. But with a little bit of persuasion, we were able to get that out. Just took a little bit of time and patience. And once that's out, we're able to access the motor, pull out 3 more bolts, get the new motor in, plug it in. We'll add a little bit of transfer case fluid to make sure that it all runs properly later, and we will see if it works.
Christian's just taking some lug nuts off.
Alright, it's about 10 yard pounds, maybe more, maybe 50 yard pounds. Oh, I hit this.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, should be. Snap the adapter.
Oh shit. Well, we'll get back at you when we take these wheels off.
If we do.
You're all good.
Oh, this is not the right size.
So we figured if we drop the exhaust here, we'd be able to get this subframe bracket bolt back in. It was a pain to get out of there, so it's caught up on the exhaust. So if this comes down just a little bit, we'll have that space to get her in. Oh.
Pulling it there.
And back up we go. Should be able to loosen the motor mounts, drop the subframe. We've disconnected the steering rack, coolant lines, and we still need to do the intercooler. That'll come off. Then it'll be the water pump, turbo inlets, outlet piping, all ARM stuff, really nice. Fairly easy to get out, but some of the screws are very tight in there. I remember we had to really spend some time twisting screws like 3 degrees at a time. But we should be able to get that out. Then we'll be able to access the turbo lines. Looks like I already have a drain line leaking, but I'll show you when we get there.
Watch your head.
Okay, so this should be able to move a bit, right? Oh yeah, okay. Oh, it's this controller I'm holding it.
Alright.
Shoot.
Yep. Well, water pump has to come out. Subframe is now out of the car. Cooler just to get a little bit more room over here. And then we have the water pump up here, which we're gonna have to drop a couple of the turbo inlets so we can get more access to the lines. But right now we're just working on getting the coolant out. And then we'll have to drain the oil, and then we'll be able to pull lines.
So right now we're trying to get this last motor mount bracket off, and it's stripped, or not stripped, but it's rounded off the
Ripped
nut.
at the head a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna drain the oil now. And shout out to Andrew, the man behind the camera right now, who just got the E-Torx out of the engine mount bracket. That was a nightmare and a half. Good enough. Let that all drain out. Yeah, it holds 7 quarts, so it'll hold all the oil. Gonna let that all drain out. We've got the lines exposed over here. It looks like it's 2 feed lines on top of the V-bands on the turbos themselves. So that's good news-ish. The bad news is it's the hardest ones to access. The good news is it's only 2 lines. But we're gonna replace all the lines anyway. New O-rings, new gaskets, and then reverse everything that we did. Fingers crossed that everything's good. Oh yeah. So this is Christian's 2009 335. Big single turbo, what, 6466?
6862.
6862. And it's on full E85 right now, port injection. What kind of turbo?
It's a Pulsar. It's like a Garrett replica,
Right on.
but it's got the T51 arm mod. So
She's
it's
quick.
got the nut, it's got the noise and all that.
Oh yeah. Sounds great. Do a quick walk around. We're gonna go for a quick ride before we head out. The headlights are mean. Fresh bumper, he wrapped that himself. Splitter's new too, and the side skirts, which you kind of can't really see right now. Maybe I'll get a clip in the light tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna go for a rip on full E85.
Now's the time.
Holy yo!
I don't think I shifted in time, huh?
No, dude, you held that for a while there.
I clicked it, dude, and it just kept.
Sounded like it hit limiter.
Yeah, it did. But yeah, that's.
Wow! Without the headrest is even crazier.
Yeah, I was freaking changing the headrest.
All right, so we have the lines out. These are the new ones here that have AN fittings on them. We're using a little bit of liquid Teflon. The actual plug that goes into the hole and then bolts in goes in first. Put a little liquid Teflon on it, and then this AN line is gonna screw on. We're just gonna make sure it's nice and tight. Christian's got that one on from above. We got this going on from the bottom. That new little bit right on there where all the AN lines are going to connect to the feed. Well, this is the last thing we really wanted to be doing right now, but the rear turbo is out of the car. We had a bolt, which I don't know where it is, but it snapped in the hole because we were trying to pull it in. Yeah, so that was about double the length. And it's
Snapped right here.
Yep. Snapped right where this AN plug fitting goes. Anyway, it's out. Now it's in. I was gonna go back in. Yeah,
That's
I'll
usually
just.
how it goes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it to the point where we turn the car around. So I'll see you guys later. All right, so we are at the point where we're just finishing up getting the water pump back in with the thermostat. Motor mount bracket is back on over there. Had to figure out where we could get another bolt because one of them stripped coming out from the heat cycles since we took that last time. I'll have to get a new one. An oil pan bolt snapped. It wasn't me, it literally just fell out. But other than that, the lines, what's that?
Not even related to what we're working on.
Exactly. I was just wiping out from where the new lines are, which I'll show you right now. Kind of. With the drain lines. Same coolant lines. Another drain over here. And unfortunately you can't see, but you can see the T-piece, which connects the two AN fittings, and they run around the back of the turbos and up on top. with new O-ring, so hopefully we don't have any oil leaks this time. But Andrew said we're all good, and he justified his remark and said that if anything goes wrong, he'd pay for my entire engine to be pulled out and rebuilt. So yeah, that checks out.
Yep, right in the door.